That's a look from earlier on as the Nets head to the locker room. They're in no mood to let this game get away from them on their home floor. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K. Well, Shams, obviously, the big three in Brooklyn did not work out. But on the bright side, what a return they got for Kevin Durant.
It was one of the biggest packages in NBA history. They got 4 first-round picks, a bunch of other pick swaps. And listen, losing Kevin Durant as well as Kyrie Irving, that definitely hurt the Nets. But their front office is very happy with the haul that they were able to get.
And they can really build. And it's going to be fascinating, I think, Shams, to watch them build.
First-time head coach and Jordi Fernandez, they know that they're building for the long haul and the long term. It's not just about one season in Brooklyn. They're trying to compete and have sustainable success.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Wembanyama is out there with Mobley. Then there's Emmanuel quickly. And there's Jackson. And it's Coulibaly in at the 3 spot. Mobley with it. Picked up by Rozier. Quickly with a wide-open look. That 3 off the mark. The Bucks, they won their last contest, that game against the Chicago Bulls. And the basket by Rozier.
He's a competitor. Even amongst the trees, Rozier has such confidence in his ability to finish.
Now here's Jackson. About a minute played so far here in the first. Launches a 3. Coulibaly, no good. And here are the Nets. You know, Shams, I don't know how many kids grow up thinking they're going to be an NBA insider. But clearly that is something that you probably thought about at one time or another. Did you think that was going to be your path?
Kevin, I knew at the age of 16 years old what I wanted to do.
Wow.
And this path, I wanted to take an insider for the NBA because I love playing basketball, I loved writing, and I had a genuine passion for transactions, for the behind-the-scenes stories. So to be able to tell that story to the fans, I feel like I am one of the fans. That's why I feel like I can relate to the fans. And so that's what inspired me mostly to take this career path that I've taken.
You're so connected. It is a pleasure reading you and hearing you.
Kevin, appreciate you so much, and just know the stories will keep coming.
It's good.
And we continue to see Rozier taking on more responsibility offensively. Nice finish inside.
Jackson looking it over. It's rebounded by Herter.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And you look at the way the league is moving now, Shams, are there less big trades than when you started or more?
Perhaps a little bit less, but listen, the league is trying to keep parity in this league and allow teams to be able to keep their homegrown stars. There's always going to be plenty of interest, and that level of interest, not only from players from competing teams, but fans' interest, it's never been higher.
And there's never any hesitancy, right? If a team feels they can get better, for whatever reason, and however they do it, I don't think there's any hesitancy to pulling the trigger.
Particularly when you're on the cusp of potentially winning a championship or competing, whether it's competing for the playoffs, competing for a title, and you can make one move that takes you from point A to point B, teams and general managers want to do it.
Well said.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Mobley misses. The Nets with the lead. Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Jordi Fernandez.
So for much of the brief time I had with him, he was talking about Evan Mobley. He said this kid is not a kid. This is a mature big man who affects all aspects of the game at both ends. But in particular, he's worried about Mobley's defensive presence and his ability to guard every position on the floor. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
His touches left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Well, we can all agree nothing better than the atmosphere of an NBA game. So, Shams, I know it's hard to pick one. But is there a best crowd, a best atmosphere in the NBA that you've come across that you really appreciate?
The Warriors fans, I feel, even at their peak, they bring a different level of aura, of enthusiasm. Kevin, you've been to more arenas than I have in more celebrated times as well at different points. What's your favorite, what's your best NBA arena atmosphere?
When that New York crowd is popping, that arena is second to none, man. It is sizzling. Like you, I love knowledgeable fans, right? They know the calls, they know the officials, they know the strategies, they know what a player can and cannot do. That, to me, is the best part about going in some of these arenas and feeling that the players have made it to a point where the fans know exactly what they can and cannot do. Knowledgeable thinking.
I'll take your word for it, but that just means I have to get out to a Knicks game ASAP.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Love. And Josh Giddey's subbed in for Kevin Huerter. The Bucks also changing it up. Vanderbilt's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Oubre comes in for Coulibaly. And it's Jackson in for Quickly. And the basket by Rozier. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's Thompson. Still yet to score. Up top for Vanderbilt. He's looking for Mobley and finds him. Who's back up? No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. Nifty move. Here's Sexton. Pass to Jones. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
It was a little bit of a battle for him all season long. Last year, only shooting about 71%.
And so Jones nails both of them. Bucks trail by 3. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
Here's Giddey. Tries again. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Bucks shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Nets up 1. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Hey, Shams, no one is keyed on the league like you. Is there an under-the-radar trend that you're seeing around the NBA, or the next thing that you're anticipating may happen with the way the league will sway one way or the other?
Talking to executives around the league, it's clear that length has been very important, but having players that do multiple things and are versatile, that is of the utmost importance right now. We saw what happened with the Celtics winning a championship this year. I think that certainly is going to have an impact on how teams are going to build moving forward. Like the Celtics, you want to have players, 3 to 5 players that are playing heavy minutes for you, that are doing everything out there on the floor, not just one particular move.
Setting the floor for the Bucks, we've got Jared Vanderbilt, Kelly Oubre out there with Thompson, and it's Hendricks in at the small forward. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring their next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
You know, DA, we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you. Now, here's Sexton. In the game against Orlando, very impressive. Well, we've talked about expansion. That has been floated around. We know that teams would have to realign. Shams, any ideas on which teams might have to shift with expansion in the East or West?
Certainly most of the potential expansion cities, the high-level ones, have been noted as teams in the West. Maybe you have a team out east that is in the West moving into the Eastern Conference. But the league could obviously surprise everyone with a different solution, maybe having one expansion team be an Eastern Conference team, one being a West. There's several options that Adam Silver and the NBA have.
I would think New Orleans would be one of those teams, right? Just where they are geographically. Memphis, those two teams are in the West, and I could see them maybe going east. Possible?
Certainly Minnesota and Memphis. Those are two teams that, to me, have an Eastern Conference feel.
And here's Thompson following Colin Sexton's three. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Thompson. Here's Sexton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. We have all these great foreign players. Maybe 3 of the top 5 players in the NBA are all foreign players, right? And so much was made of Anthony Edwards. Here's a 22-year-old American player who has maybe the charisma, the game, the everything you could package. It could be our next great player. Is there ever talk around the league about why are European players being so dominant? Where are the great young American players to compete against this great influx of international players?
The grassroots programs, you have to look at what happens abroad and in the States. You have to give a lot of credit to the way that they develop players over in Europe. In any of those regions, they do a great job, and those players are hungry, they're driven, they're passionate. They're trying to get here to the States and play basketball at the highest level in the NBA. And you see at the amateur level, there can be a lot of fluidity, there can be a lot of flux, and players are given so much so soon in America. So to be able to have that chip on your shoulder, to have the passion and to exude the confidence that Anthony Edwards has, the younger generation of players definitely have someone in Anthony Edwards to look up to.
Coulibaly is now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Yeah, recognizing the opening that Mobley got it to his teammate there on a platter.
Giddey against Thompson. Giddey kicks to Love. And a miss there on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Offensive rebound. Here's Mobley. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Easy to see why Shams has so many sources around the game. He's so easy to talk to.
Yeah, it's all about relationships at the end of the day. When the conversations come easily, that suits his purpose as a reporter. When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Now here's Thompson. He's got 6. Here's Coulibaly. It's rebounded by Herter. Nets leading by 3. Fox inside the line. Knocks down the step-back J. Fox has got his first bucket of the night.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Here's Coulibaly. He's defended by Herter. A nice shot by Mobley.
Sometimes basketball is a simple game. Get that ball to Evan Mobley inside, and good things will happen.
Now here's Herter. Scoreless thus far. Here's Coulibaly. He's defended by Herter. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. That one on Love. For Milwaukee, they have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game. That one drops. He ties it up. Thompson against Simmons. Over to the wing. Herter passes to Huff. over Vanderbilt. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. He's overtaken to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replay's here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that.
Collin Sexton, you can tell he's feeling it tonight, and guys, has been the driving force for the Nets. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much with Doc Rivers. Doc, a back-and-forth affair so far. How do you pick it up in the second half?
Well, they were just a more physical team. I mean, they blew a ball.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready.
Welcome to our two. Getting points from that second unit was clutch. Depth protects you against injury, but it can also win a game for you.
Yeah, most.
All right, guys, let's swing it over and see what the fans have been posting. All right, Shaq and Kenny, Darnell 4-Point Play asks, if you guys played in today's game, how many titles would you have at the end of your career?
Nearing double digits, I say. Just give me the ball down low. Let me do my thing, and we go all the way.
Well, I'm a little more optimistic. Me personally, I'd say probably 4 or 5, maybe more.
Well, that's only if you were on my team, Kenny, because you weren't, you wouldn't win any.
That is more than enough of...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Collin Sexton having a dominant impact in this game.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
They've got Kevin Huerter. Sexton is out there with Rozier. Then it's Jones. And it's Isaac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
Sexton for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Sexton's got 14 points.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And how about the show Wemby's putting on here? When he gets it going, Victor is pretty much unstoppable.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Huerter kicks to Rozier. The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Nets lead by 3.
And Huerter at 6'7", able to get in there and get after the offensive rebound.
Mobley finds Oubre. Back to Mobley. Thompson surveying the floor. 5 on the clock. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Sexton grabs the board. Rozier the pass to Jones. Back to Rozier. Jones sets the pick for Rozier. Shoots over Oubre. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
and some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. On the wing, Jones, covered by Mobley. On the basket by Jones. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Coulibaly finds Thompson. Out to the right wing. Here's Wembanyama for three. Rebounded by the Nets.
He was terrific shooting the ball in the first half, but he looks a little bit slower out there, possibly leg tired here in the second half.
And once Rozier spots that hole in the defense, he just doesn't hesitate. Just sends the ball to an open shooter.
This one for three. And there's Wembanyama on the assist by Thompson. Thompson's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. Now, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Brooklyn's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Put that bucket in no time at all. Rozier's got 10 points in the game.
The more of those mid-range jumpers Rozier hits, the more the passing lanes will open up for him.
Pass to Coulibaly. It's rebounded by Herter. Nets leading by 3. Isaac goes in. Outside, Sexton. Jones sets the pick for Sexton. Shot clock at 5. It's rebounded by Coulibaly.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Nets. Here's Rozier. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Rozier's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's Coulibaly, defended by Jones. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Isaac left side. Jones from outside. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 8. Now Wembanyama. 20 points for him. Coulibaly tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Nets lead by 6. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is... Let's hear what Doc Rivers has going.
Let's get stops. Focus on the stops.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the floor for Milwaukee, starting the fourth quarter. Kelly Oubre out there with Thompson. Then there's Jarrett Vanderbilt. And it's Sims in at the 5.
Yeah, Oubre breaking out the hammer. Good job on the glass there, working hard to establish position and put himself in a great spot to come away with that rebound.
Sinks the triple. 9 points from Amen Thompson.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Simmons against Thompson. It's 3 outside. Sims with the rebound. The Bucks trail. Thompson high post. Simmons is there. Here's Sims. He's covered by Isaac. That gives them the lead. And that's 12 points from Amen Thompson.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
The shot's good.
And not many 6'10 players have the handles that Simmons has.
Bucks have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Sims, the pass to Thompson. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. The offensive rebound. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Tuesday, the Denver Nuggets will come into town. Then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for the matchup with the Bulls, that one will mark game number 6 for them in the NBA season. We'll see if there are any adjustments between now and then to the rotation.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Jonathan Isaac. Kevin Huerter comes in for Seth Curry. Terry Rozier's checked in for Colin Sexton. And it's Fox in for Ben Simmons. And now the latest from our reporter David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. During that break, listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. I begged his players to keep it simple out there. Told them one possession at a time. Don't look at the scoreboard. What's most important is running our plays and being aggressive defensively. We'll see if they can follow that game plan. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Mobley, and Mobley throws it down. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
Here's Fox. Here's Drummond. Second chance shot. He doesn't hit that one. Good defense by Wembanyama. Jackson kicks to Quickly. Pass to Mobley. Wembanyama outside. High post shot. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
And how about the young fella, Wembanyama with a big-time bucket.
Fox dishes to Jones. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Inside. Oh, the rim with an easy reach of Wembanyama.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
The Nets making a switch here. Love's checked in. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Fox goes in. And the rejection by Wembanyama. No good there off the double clutch.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
We've got 1:18 left in the game. That doesn't go either for Wembanyama. Nets trail by 3. Fox with it. Outguarded by Wembanyama. Jones makes it off the glass. Jones has got 10 points here in the second half.
So selfless with the ball. Fox putting the team before himself.
Quickly kicks to Jackson. Pass to Coulibaly. Wembanyama down low. He's guarded by Love.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Now Fox. Back to Jones. Count it. A tremendous three to tie it up.
Just getting more and more court awareness and where guys are at all times is De'Aaron Fox.
Here's Quickly. Pass to Wembanyama. Over Love. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
De'Aaron Fox stepping up big time.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
Well, they just need a solid play right now, and Coach going through his index cards to find one to get something going. And Quigley is made for these moments. He takes huge pride in knocking down the big ones.
Fox finds Love, and here's Herter outside. Misses the three. Wembanyama outside. It's good!
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
From deep, Herter. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. This win sets a